The Diversey Daily Office Cleaning Program.
Before proceeding, please read this important reminder. After you have finished reading, if you agree with this disclaimer, please proceed into the course. If you do not agree, then please exit this program. Your continuation into this course is an indication of your acceptance of these conditions.
In this training module, we'll cover the following topics. Identify common surfaces within an office building that require cleaning. Describe the steps necessary to clean entryways, carpets, floors, restrooms, break rooms, and common areas. And list personal protective equipment to be used when cleaning offices. This guide is to show the correct steps in cleaning and maintaining office buildings. Cleaning an office building involves many of the same tasks you would perform to clean your own home or apartment. For example, trash needs to be collected, floors need to be swept and mopped, restrooms need to be cleaned, and supplies need to be replenished. The main difference between cleaning your home and a building is that the areas to be cleaned in an office are likely larger and more numerous. One way to envision a systematic cleaning process is to think of an inverted pyramid. The large, wide part of the pyramid at the top represents the first things you should do, typically removing large objects like trash and debris. Next, you would clean things that are somewhat smaller, such as surfaces, fixtures, and dispensers. Finally, the tiny bottom of the pyramid represents specific cleaning tasks, like cleaning up spills, stains, or spots. Also, it represents cleaning the floor. Keep this image in mind as you go through this course. We'll refer to it again. It's important to note that depending upon the area you're cleaning, you may not perform all of these tasks. For example, cleaning a restroom requires steps not found when cleaning a common area. Following this systematic approach to cleaning can lead to an increase in the safety of those doing the cleaning, improved cleaning quality, and increased satisfaction for both cleaners and building management. This course is divided into 6 sections, which outline the various activities and areas addressed when cleaning a building. They are getting started, common areas, entries and hallways, restrooms, office and workstations, and end-of-shift cleanup. Before you begin cleaning, you'll want to prepare yourself for the job. That includes ensuring you have all the necessary equipment, supplies, and cleaners on your cart. Use the supplies checklist available from the Attachments button to help you check your cart for the following: trash liners, paper supplies, cleaning products, a putty knife, cleaning cloths, caution signs, a hand broom, MSDS, personal protective equipment, PPE, a mop and bucket with wringer, or a paste mop. Check to see if your equipment is in good working order. If using electrical appliances like vacuum cleaners, always check the cord for cracks or breaks. Do not use any electrical equipment if the cord insulation is damaged, cracked, or broken. If your equipment needs repair, contact your supervisor immediately. If using an upright vacuum, remove any obstruction that may have wrapped around the beater bar. Also, with either an upright or canister vacuum, always check the fullness of the bag. Replace any vacuum bag once it becomes 2/3 full to help maintain equipment performance. Preparing to clean also means putting on your personal protective equipment, PPE, like gloves and goggles. Always wear protective equipment when dispensing or using chemicals. After wearing your PPE, fill your mop bucket with the appropriate cleaning solution. Use cold water and mix according to label directions. Do not try to mix in more cleaning chemical than required. After gathering and preparing your equipment and yourself, you're now ready to begin cleaning. Common areas include break rooms, copy rooms, and meeting rooms. These areas are occupied by many people each day and can get very dirty. These rooms require similar cleaning tasks: removing trash, removing recyclables, dusting, high dusting, and floor care. Most offices have break rooms where employees pour coffee, make food, and store food in a refrigerator. In addition to the usual cleaning, dusting, removing trash, and so forth, these areas require special attention because of spills that may have occurred. It's important that you clean the sinks, countertops, and microwave every night. Also, wipe up any visible dirt or soils that you see. Remember to check all cabinet doors, flooring, and carpet for any spills. If you're cleaning a meeting room that contains a whiteboard or easel paper, it's important that you do not erase any easels or whiteboards or throw anything away, since it could be critical information. Unless it's in the trash container or is specifically marked as trash, leave things like boxes, papers, binders, and flip chart paper alone. Many copy rooms contain electronics such as copiers, scanners, and computers. Do not clean any of this equipment unless specifically told to do so by your supervisor. Concentrate on emptying trash cans, dusting, and floor care. Elevators transport many people per day and can become very dirty, especially the floors. Follow these steps to clean an elevator. Begin cleaning by starting high and working low, ceiling to floor. Check for dust around lights and ceiling fixtures. Spot clean the side panels and especially elevator buttons with an appropriate cleaner. If the elevator doors are made of stainless steel, always clean with the grain to avoid unsightly scratches. Finally, vacuum if the elevator is carpeted, or damp clean with a mop or microfiber cleaning system if the floor is not carpeted. Vacuuming and mopping procedures will be covered later in the course. In addition to removing trash and wiping down surfaces, you'll also need to dust mop and damp mop the floors in common areas. Prepare to dust mop by removing any freestanding objects, such as chairs, tables, or small fixtures. Pick up any large, loose debris. If there's gum on the floors, use a putty knife to remove it. Using a cotton loop dust mop, walk forward, pushing the mop in front of you. Once you reach the end of the hallway or room, gently shake the dust mop to let dust and debris fall to the floor. Then fluff the mop by lifting it about a foot off the floor and letting it drop. Continue dust mopping and overlap each pass by 4 to 6 inches. Once all the debris has been swept into one area, sweep everything into a dustpan using a hand broom. Dispose of the debris into the trash compartment on the housekeeping cart. After dust mopping, the next step is to damp mop the floor. This process is covered later in this course. This concludes our discussion of cleaning common areas. Let's review what we've covered. Common areas include break rooms, meeting rooms, and copy rooms. Drips and spills are common in these areas and may require special attention. Cleaning includes removing trash, wiping surfaces, and mopping floors. Studies indicate that first impressions influence a visitor's opinion of a company. Therefore, it's critical to keep entryways clean. Do you recall the idea from earlier that you should start cleaning large areas and objects first, and then clean progressively smaller and more specific objects and areas? The same concept applies to entryways. Begin by vacuuming entryway mats. Be sure to vacuum in both directions. This will remove more soil from the mat. After completing vacuuming, roll up the mats to prepare for dust mopping. With the entryway mats vacuumed and out of the way, dust mop the floor of the entryway. Spot or damp clean any frequently touched surfaces, such as the security desk, lobby furniture, and countertops. Pay particular attention to door handles. Begin cleaning by spraying the appropriate cleaning solution onto a cloth. When spraying, always use a fine stream rather than a coarse mist. Never spray directly onto a surface. Wipe down the appropriate surfaces as needed. If there are any ash urns near the entryway, empty cigarette butts and ashes into a metal can filled slightly with water before discarding. The next step is to remove any other trash. Using safety gloves, empty any trash containers. Begin by loosening the used trash can liner by pulling straight up. Be careful. Do not push down on the trash because there may be sharp objects inside that can cause injury. Tie off the top of the liner and completely remove it from the container. While holding the bag away from yourself, place it in an approved disposal container. Clean the inside and outside of the trash container with a disinfectant cleaner and wipe dry following the label's direction. Do not use this cloth for any other cleaning. Place a new liner in the trash can and return it to its proper location. The final step in cleaning entryways is dusting and damp mopping the floor. This is covered elsewhere in this course. This concludes the section on cleaning entryways. Let's review what we covered. Entryways can help shape a person's opinion of an organization, so they need to be clean. Begin cleaning by vacuuming any floor mats in 2 directions. Follow up with dust mopping. Spot clean high contact surfaces and furnishings like countertops and door handles. Empty trash containers. Keeping the floors clean is one of the most important procedures to maintaining a clean and healthy facility. A well-maintained floor will increase the longevity of the floor finish and minimize the frequency of stripping and recoating. In most cases, you'll want to ensure you dust mop before you damp mop. This will capture larger soils early in the process. You may damp mop using either a microfiber cleaning system or a mop and bucket. Each method requires different procedures. If you're using a microfiber cleaning system, follow these steps. Mark off the area to be cleaned with wet floor signs to prevent slips and unwelcome traffic. When using a wet microfiber cleaning system, begin by attaching the microfiber pad to the holder by using the Velcro strips. If your microfiber system uses a chemical solution bottle, pressurize the bottle by pumping the handle 5 or 6 times. Push the button on top of the handle to release the cleaning solution onto the floor. Then use figure-8 motions to clean the floor. Once the pad becomes dirty, replace the old pad with a new one. When the floor is dry, remove the wet floor signs. If you're damp mopping the floor with a mop and bucket, follow these procedures. Mark off the area to be cleaned with wet floor signs to prevent slips and unwelcome traffic. Immerse the mop head into the bucket and lightly wring out the excess solution. The mop should be damp but not dripping. Mop an outline around the area to clean and fill it using a figure-8 motion. When the floor is dry, remove the wet floor signs. When damp mopping with a mop and bucket, be sure to wash and wring out your mop frequently. When you cannot see the bottom of the mop bucket through the cleaning solution, you should change the cleaning solution. Note that you may also need to change the mop solution more than once. If the microfiber pad shows visible soil or if the mop stops picking up solution, it should be replaced. This concludes the section on cleaning floors. Let's review what we covered. Before damp mopping, be sure to dust mop first. Damp mopping may be done with a microfiber cleaning system or a mop and bucket. Mop should be damp but not dripping wet. Outline the area to be cleaned and fill it in using a figure-8 pattern. You'll find carpeting in many areas of an office. Meeting rooms, personal work areas, walkways, and even elevators are often covered in carpeting. These will need to be vacuumed on a regular basis to keep them clean. Before you begin vacuuming, pick up any large debris like paper and trash to prevent the vacuum from clogging. When vacuuming, be sure to use an M or W pattern. This overlapping pattern will ensure all areas of the carpet are cleaned. Stains are common on carpeting and require special treatment to get them out. Use a general-purpose spotter to remove carpet stains. If the stain is wet, first blot it with a towel or cloth to remove excess material. Apply the spotter directly on the stain. Agitate it with a carpet scraper, moving from the outside edge of the stain to the center. Allow time for the spotter to work on the stain and blot it with a clean cloth. Rinse the stain thoroughly until all spotter is removed. If stairwells have hard floors, they need to be swept, and if they're carpeted, they need to be vacuumed. Be sure to clean from top to bottom. This concludes the section on vacuuming. Here are some key points to remember. Before vacuuming, remove large trash and objects. Vacuum in a W or M pattern. Use a general-purpose spotter for treating stains. Office buildings contain areas where individuals work, usually cubicles and offices with doors. In this course, we'll call these places workstations. Workstations contain desks, file cabinets, phones, and other surfaces requiring cleaning. Following the idea of taking care of large objects first, empty each workstation's trash can into the barrel on your cart. Check the can and replace the liner if necessary. Separate recyclables from the trash. Dust surfaces using a treated cloth or a microfiber cloth. Dust from high to low and in a clockwise direction to prevent contaminating already cleaned areas. Dust high areas and blinds using a cloth. To reach these areas, use an extension tool. Never stand on furniture. Some areas such as furniture, interior glass, file cabinets, walls, and switches may require spot cleaning. Clean these by spraying a cleaner in a coarse stream directly onto the cloth and wiping the surface clean. Some offices have trash barrels placed in shared areas. Empty these by tying off the trash barrel liner and then take it to the drop location. When pulling out the liner, place an empty can liner or empty box under the full bag to avoid leaks on the carpeting. When lifting out the full bag, tip the trash barrel over on its side to make removal easier. This concludes our discussion of cleaning offices and workstations. Here's a review of what we covered. Begin cleaning by removing trash. Dust surfaces with a treated cloth or microfiber cloth by cleaning high to low and in a clockwise manner. Spot clean as needed. Almost everyone in an office uses the restroom during the day. Like with entryways, people's impressions of an organization can be influenced by the cleanliness of the restrooms. There are many surfaces to clean in a restroom, so following a systematic process will help prevent you from missing an area. Due to the cleansers being used, be especially sure you wear appropriate personal protective equipment when cleaning bathrooms. Begin cleaning a restroom by cleaning the floor. Remove solid waste such as towels or tissues. Use a floor scraper to remove any material stuck to the floor, like gum. When sweeping, sweep only dry areas and begin in the furthest corner and work your way toward the door. Pick up soils with a dustpan and brush. The next step is to apply cleaning products to the interiors of toilets and urinals. Always follow the instructions on the product label. Start by forcing the water down the trap below the water line using a bowl brush. Then apply the bowl cleaner disinfectant under the rim and put some on the bowl swab brush. Swab it around to make sure the product covers the whole interior. Give the bowl cleaner disinfectant time to work by continuing to the next bowl or urinal. Check your label directions for recommended contact time. For rust, hard water, or heavy buildup, you may need a more aggressive cleaner like an acid bowl cleaner. Use these cleaners on an as-needed basis or when doing restorative cleaning. Once you've applied cleaners to the inside of toilets and urinals, apply the appropriate cleaners to the exteriors as well. Spray the outside of the toilets and urinals, including the chrome, back wall area, and floor immediately around the toilets and urinals with a disinfectant cleaner. Leave the disinfectant on these surfaces so it has time to work. Check your label directions for contact time. Apply cleaning solutions to sinks and countertops. Allow time for the product to work before wiping down. While the cleaners are working on the toilets and sinks, check and refill dispensers. Do this in a consistent manner to avoid misses. Hand soap, odor control products such as urinal drips, screens, rim cages, air fresheners, and drain deodorizers, toilet tissue, paper towels, and sanitary products. Remove the used liner by pulling straight up. For safety, don't press down on the trash. There may be sharp objects in the trash that may cause injury if you push down on it. Tie the liner off at the top and remove it from the trash can. Hold the liner away from your body and place the liner in an approved disposal container. Spray the cleaning cloth with the disinfectant cleaner and wipe the inside and outside of the trash can following label directions. Do not use this cloth for any other cleaning. Place a new liner in the trash can and return it to the proper location. Before cleaning a mirror, spray glass cleaner on a cloth. Then wipe the mirror from high to low. Scrub to remove tough spots. Wipe the mirror dry to prevent spotting. Hand soap and paper towel dispensers can also become dirty. Spray glass cleaner or disinfectant cleaner on a clean cloth and wipe the outside of the dispensers. Report any broken dispensers to your supervisor. By now, the cleansers you sprayed on the sinks and countertop should have had time to work. Wipe down the sinks and countertops with a clean cloth. Make sure to dry all chrome fixtures and plumbing to prevent spotting. If using a cream cleanser to clean any heavy buildup, be sure not to scratch the sink. Rinse any surfaces after applying a cream cleaner. Allow to air dry. Now that the cleansers have had time to work, it's time to remove them. Flush and scrub the inside of the toilets and urinals with your bowl mop. Rinse the bowl mop out in the clean running water of the toilet. Be sure to return the toilet brush to your cart without contaminating other supplies. You'll also need to remove the cleansers you applied to the exteriors of toilets too. Wipe down all plumbing pipes with a dry cloth to prevent spotting. Dry the seat and lid of the toilet. Never use a bowl brush for any of these tasks. After the toilets and urinals, you'll want to clean frequently touched surfaces like light switches, push plates, and door handles. Spray cleaner on a cloth and wipe these surfaces. Stall partitions and walls may require spot cleaning. Spray cleaner on a cloth and wipe. If a restroom contains showers or bathtubs, those will need to be cleaned too. Use a multi-purpose restroom cleaner for removal of soap scum. In a large shower area, a portable dispenser or a pressure washer can be used to apply the shower maintainer. Now that all of the above-the-floor cleaning has been completed, you'll need to mop the floor. Follow these steps. Make sure the wet floor sign is in the doorway. Damp mop the floor with a disinfectant, general-purpose cleaner, or deodorant digester cleaner. Dip your mop into the cleaner solution and wring it out so that there's no dripping. Apply the solution to the floor in a figure-8 motion. Start from the farthest corner and work towards the door. Overlap each stroke. Turn the mop over every 5 to 6 strokes or sooner as needed. Mop a 100 square foot area at a time and return to the bucket for clean solution. Remove wet floor signs only after the floor is dry. If you're using a wet microfiber cleaning system instead of a mop and bucket, follow this procedure. Attach the microfiber pad to the holder by the Velcro strips. If necessary, pressurize the bottle by pumping the handle 5 or 6 times. Push the button on the top of the handle to release cleaning solution onto the floor. Then use figure-8 motions to clean. Once the pad becomes dirty, replace the old pad with a new one. It may be necessary to control odors coming from floor drain traps. Use a bacteria-based cleaner or chlorinated high alkaline cleaner according to label directions to keep drains running clear and eliminate sewer odors from backing up into the restroom. After you've finished cleaning a restroom, it's important to follow up and ensure that the job is well done. Follow these steps to ensure the job is complete. Gather up and remove all of your supplies like spray bottles and used paper towels. Look the restroom over to make sure that you didn't miss any tasks and that the restroom looks and smells clean. Make sure there are no puddles or damp spots on the floor. Complete the restroom inspection report and note any graffiti requiring removal or equipment requiring repairs. Remove your cleaning cart and wet floor signs. Close the restroom door. This concludes our discussion of cleaning restrooms. Let's review what we covered. Sweep restroom floors first. Apply cleaners to toilets, urinals, sinks, and countertops, and allow time for the cleaners to work. Fill dispensers and empty trash. Wipe down dispensers, fixtures, mirrors, and contact surfaces. Wipe off toilets, urinals, countertops, and sinks. Clean walls, partitions, and showers. Mop the floor and clean drains. After completing all of your cleaning tasks, you'll want to prepare your equipment for the next shift. Follow these steps to get ready for the next day. Begin by cleaning and storing your equipment. For example, rinse your mop in clean water and wring it out thoroughly. Hang it up to dry. Empty and rinse out your mop bucket. If using a microfiber system, empty any remaining cleaning solution and then clean and dry the microfiber pads. Before putting away your cleaning cart, check the supply closet and restock your cart with any necessary supplies. Notify your supervisor if any supplies are running low. Collect and empty any remaining trash and take it to the collection site. Remove your personal protective equipment and wash your hands. Complete any inspection forms about your shift and notify your supervisor of anything that requires attention. This concludes our discussion of completing your shift. We'll review what we just covered. When finished with your work, clean your equipment and put it away. Restock your cleaning cart with supplies. Take any remaining trash to the collection point. Remove your personal protective equipment, wash your hands, and complete any necessary forms. This concludes our course on daily office cleaning. In this course, we outlined the procedures to clean common areas, entryways and hallways, floors, offices and workstations, and restrooms. We also discussed how to vacuum carpets and prepare for the next shift. You'll now have a chance to check your knowledge of the material in this course. Advance to the next slide to take the final course assessment.